What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Friday, March 4th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments who your favorite plays are, and then go sign up at No House Advantage using the promo code Awesemo. If you get $25 on your first deposit, you're probably going to feel pretty good, and that is what you get when you use that promo code. Now we're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Mikal Bridges, Jeremy Grant, Cole Anthony, Chris Boucher, and Isaiah Roby on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. In first at number 5, we've got Zach LaVine. He is shooting guard eligible, 8K, projected for 43, the goal 57. He's in the optimal lineup 16% of the time. He's taking on Milwaukee. This one's supposed to be competitive. It's in Chicago. They're 3.5-point dogs, but it's a pace-up spot. They gain 1.7 possessions over their average. I gave LaVine 35 minutes. He's a 1.2 fantasy point per minute guy. 29% usage, 25.5 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, and a stock. You're looking for scoring, and that is what Zach LaVine does best. Basically 26 real points in this one. An outlier day for LaVine gets him over 30, and you start knocking on the door of that 50-plus fantasy point day. That looks good to me at 8K. At number 4, I'm going to Scottie Barnes. And again, I'm going with the assumption, just like yesterday, no Van Vliet, no Thad Young. We'll see if that actually works out. Small forward, power forward eligibility for Barnes, 6,300. Projected for 38. The goal is 49. He's in the optimal lineup 16% of the time. 35 minutes for Barnes. It's a little over a fantasy point per minute. 16 points and 9 rebounds, so he's knocking on the door of that double-double, 4 assists and 2 stocks in the pace-up spot against Orlando. I think this looks pretty good. This is a very interesting what-if scenario. If the Raptors would have taken Jalen Suggs like people thought, it's possible we saw Scottie Barnes on Orlando, so we're flip-flopping these guys. But today, Barnes for the Raptors looks great. In at number 3, filling the void of Anthony Edwards is Malik Beasley. He's shooting guard eligible in just 3,200. Projected for 24.5. The goal is 33.5. He's in the optimal lineup 22% of the time. I gave Beasley 27 minutes. He's basically a 0.9 fantasy point per minute guy in this spot. It's pace neutral, but they're taking on Oklahoma City, and the Thunder stink. 21% usage for Beasley with no Anthony Edwards on the floor. 15 points, 4 boards, and basically nothing else. He's a great value at 3,200. I gave him 27 minutes. If you told me he played 30, I wouldn't be all that surprised, but I definitely think he soaks up a decent chunk of Anthony Edwards playing time, and that price tag makes it very easy to get to him. In at number 2, I'm looking at Pascal Siakam. Again, assuming no Van Vliet, he's power forward center eligible, 9,100, projected for 50. The goal is 63. He's in the optimal lineup 23% of the time. 37 minutes for Siakam, 1.35 fantasy points per minute in this spot. The pace-up nature against Orlando. 30% usage with no Van Vliet, 25.5 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 stocks. There's no other way to talk about it right now. When you have no Van Vliet on this team, Pascal Siakam sees a bump. 9,100, and the fact that you get power forward and center makes him my number 2 contender. Now, before we get to what I think is a very obvious number 1 contender, one last reminder to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. I need you to follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman and let me know in the comment section who your favorite plays are. And then head on over to No House Advantage, sign up using the promo code Awesemo, and get $25 on your first deposit. The unquestioned number 1 contender, so long as Fred VanVleet is out, is still Malachi Flynn. Point guard eligible, 3,900 for reasons that make no sense. Projected for 33. The goal is 37. He's in the optimal lineup 36% of the time. I give him 35 minutes. It doesn't really matter. He's the number 1 contender even if you give him 32. 0.95 fantasy points per minute. 17% usage. 14 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, and a steal. Look, 3,900 for a starting point guard that isn't a bad per minute guy is very easy. As long as we don't have Van Vliet, Malachi Flynn all day will be your number 1 contender on DraftKings. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Friday, March 4th. FanDuel and Yahoo versions of this video around here somewhere. Check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win a little bit of money. We are back again Sunday morning for another edition of the Contenders.